Namaste, good morning, and a very warm welcome to Degula channel. In this episode, we will see the meaning of Achetana. Achetana means inanimate or non-living. Let us discuss about the various aspects, various things around Achetana. But before we go to the details, I request you to please like, share, and then subscribe to my channel. Now, Achetana is derived from Sanskrit words like a means achetana. A means it's negating. Chetana means consciousness or some life force, sentience, something life force. So achetana refers to anything that lacks consciousness, that lacks awareness, that lacks life. Of course, this word is used in various philosophical, spiritual, scientific contexts to all these things, denote inanimate or non-living entities. Now, if we look at the characteristics of achetana, first thing is lack of consciousness. Achetana objects do not possess sentience or awareness. That means they cannot think, they cannot feel, they cannot respond consciously to some stimulation is there. It doesn't respond like that. They are inanimate like that. The second important thing is there's no life force in it. That prana, what we call in Sanskrit, that life force is not there. Unlike living beings, achetana objects are they lack prana, the vital life force. And they also do not exhibit some kind of biological processes like growth, reproduction, metabolism, eat and then digest and then all those kinds of things. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, all those things are not there. Dependence on external forces only. See, achetana entities are inert and they require other forces like gravity, heat, mechanical action, so many other things to move or change achetana. They don't move on their own, they need external forces. A stone remains stationary unless somebody pushes it or uses some external force to move it, like that. So now examples of achetana can be natural objects, rocks, water, soil, mountains, all those kinds of things. Of course, water, soil, mountains, they contain some kind of biological matter there, but generally they are all achetana. So these objects, though they are a part of nature, they lack life and consciousness. And they can be man-made objects also, like tools, machines, buildings, vehicles. All these are inanimate creations of humans. Of course, from the materials that are available in nature, all these things are made. Even celestial bodies are also considered planets, stars, asteroids, are achetana despite their movement and energy. They have got energy, they have got movement, they do all, but they are considered achetana. And elements and substances, what we call, there are a lot of elements: gold, silver, chemicals, compounds, mixtures, individual metals, non-metals, all these kinds of things, they are all Achetana. They are non-living by nature. Now, if we come to the philosophical aspect, how the Chetana and Achetana are understood. See, there is some kind of a duality of Chetana and Achetana. Indian philosophies, Vedanta, Sankhya, Yoga, categorize the universe into Chetana and Achetana. They also categorize according to Vedanta, Sankhya Yoga, all those things. So here also Chetana is associated with life, consciousness, and the soul. Whereas Achetana represents the material and inert aspects of existence. So, but in the Sankhya philosophy, they classify it as Prakriti nature. It is considered as Achetana. Prakriti, the nature is considered Achetana, but dynamic. It is dynamic in nature. That means it can move around that and responsible for creating the material world when influenced by Purusha, that is consciousness. So Prakriti, Purusha, both, when they interact, you get this Chetana. In the Vedanta philosophy, particularly Advaita Vedanta, Achetana is considered part of a Maya. Maya means illusion and is unreal. It is not real compared to the ultimate reality of the Brahman, which is conscious and infinite. This is how it is to be understood. Achetana is considered part of Maya and is unreal. It is compared to ultimate reality of Brahman, which is conscious and infinite. This is how it is to be understood. There is one more thought of Vaisheshika philosophy. This philosophy classifies inanimate objects as dravyas. Inanimate as dravyas. That means substances with specific attributes like shape, color, density, all those kinds of things. Solid, liquid, gas, like this, all these kinds of things. Vaisheshika philosophy considers. Now, if you look at the modern way how this Achetana can be understood, it's a kind of a biological classification. Modern biology distinguishes between living organisms and non-living matter. They consider it as living and non-living. Non-living objects do not exhibit characters like growth, reproduction, or responsiveness to stimuli. Same thing, same as in the world, in the Hindu philosophical thought also. There is one more thing now, artificial intelligence. It is a new buzzword. AI system can mimic human thought and action, but they remain achetana because they lack consciousness and intrinsic awareness. It's all programmed, it's big data is being fed and then it analyzes the data system and all those things and then gives some kind of a mimicry. It's not original, it is mimicking the human thoughts. Of course, achetana entities like water, soil, minerals are vital resources for life and must be preserved even if they are non-living. Achetana objects are studied for their material properties, reactions, interactions, forming the basis of physical sciences. So now, spiritual implications of Achetana. The distinction between Chetana and Achetana highlights the nature of existence, the soul, the body. Soul versus the body. The body is considered Achetana when devoid of the soul. That means when somebody dies, the body is Achetana. When the life force is there, The soul animates the otherwise inert body. You can call it as the consciousness animates it, makes the body, inert body, alive. Of course, moksha, spiritual practices aim to transcend the material achetana and realize the conscious eternal self, that is chetana. That is how it is looked at. So now, while non-living achetana objects are integral to the ecosystem and are often revered in spiritual traditions, the mountains, rivers, they're all worshipped as sacred. So achetana, though inanimate and lacking consciousness, plays a crucial role in shaping the material world. Philosophical systems often use this concept to differentiate between the sentient and insentient, helping seekers focus on transcending the inert and connecting with the conscious essence of existence. Recognizing the balance between chetana and achetana enriches our understanding of life, the universe, and the journey towards self realization. So, viewers, this is some discussion on chetana, achetana, like this. I hope this was quite informative and interesting. As usual, I request you to please like, share, and then subscribe to my channel. Thank you.